let this track play. We're going to let it breathe a little bit. Just because I love it so much. Brought to you by Pleasant Pictures Club. Actually, the main source that I get my royalty-free music from. The team in the chicken. Hope everybody here is having a fabulous Tuesday, the 4th of February. It breathed enough. It's breathing all over me. Welcome back. It's Seymour Mac. I am Mike Brown, owner of Seymour Mac Productions. This year, I have committed to doing weekly live streams. Sometimes we talk about video production. Sometimes we talk about entrepreneur-related topics. Sometimes we talk about personal topics. But I committed to doing this live stream once a week. Sometimes it's on a Monday. Sometimes it's on a Wednesday. Sometimes I completely procrastinate and I do it on a Friday. But this week we're doing it on a Tuesday. I hope you're having a fabulous day. This live stream this week, we're going to be talking about reputation, business reputation, and how reputation is everything. I always forget that I can't see what I put in the description because sometimes I like to read it. This week, we do have a sponsor. The sponsor is me. The sponsor is the content cheat sheet. You can see it here on the screen. The content cheat sheet is for businesses and brands who want to start their content creation journey, but don't know where to start. Fill out this form. Literally just have somebody's name just plastered on that. Let's take that off the screen for a second. He's not going to enjoy that. That was inadvertent. I don't know why that pre-populated. But basically it's for content creators or business owners, brands who want to start their content creation journey, don't know where to start. So therefore, very interesting that is populating his information there. You can fill that out. It's going to send you 20 free ideas just to get you started. Basically, you're going to put in your contact and what industry you're looking for to create content for: hairdresser, roofer, plumber, juggler, whatever it is. You put that in there, you're going to immediately get 20 free ideas to the inbox. That's the sponsor. It's me. The sponsor is essentially me. We're sponsoring our own channel here. Thank you for joining me. Again, today we're going to be talking about reputation. So let's get into it. As a business owner, especially if you are a service provider or you provide a product, reputation is everything. Those reviews that people are leaving for your product or your service, the testimonials that they're leaving, or we'll find out maybe they aren't leaving, could be a big difference maker in why you are getting more referrals, more interested leads, more warmed up leads, more people just hitting your website, hitting your Google business page, maybe your Facebook page, and converting themselves into leads for your business. The reputation journey is an interesting one sometimes for a business owner because although we strive to provide the best service that we can, sometimes we drop the ball. And if somebody wants to leave a negative review for your business, you're kind of having to deal with that and struggle with that. So, what can we do to help mitigate that? We could put systems in place to make sure that we are getting positive reviews and feedback. But really, the number one thing and kind of the only thing that you can do is to provide a powerful, a valuable service and make sure that in everything you do, you are trying to provide that service at the highest level possible. That's kind of the only thing that you can do as a business owner. If somebody wants to leave you a poor review, assuming that they're an actual client of yours or a customer of yours, and their review is legitimate, it's a good learning opportunity for you as long as they're leaving, you know, good feedback there that you could actually learn from. But it's a good opportunity for you to reach out to them and say, hey, what did we do to drop the ball here, to miss the mark for you? And how can we improve on making sure that that doesn't happen in the future? So, a really good learning lesson as a business owner when you get negative feedback delivered to you. I'll tell you a little story. Although they haven't gone the distance of leaving public negative feedback, I know that there is one previous client of mine who will never leave good feedback for me. And not because we did anything wrong necessarily or we didn't hit the mark for them. Communication breakdowns, maybe unclear objectives, led to not getting the best result, or let's say the targeted result for them. So, it's up to me then as the business owner to say, hey, what could I do better internally? How could I improve on my relationships in the future? And how can I make sure that the service that I'm providing is of the quality that will only get me 5-star reviews from here on out? Now, they're never going to leave me a 5-star review, but and thankfully, looks like they're probably never going to leave a 1-star review either. So that's good. And they're not going to publicly shame me. But it is an opportunity for me to just kind of like be open and honest with you who may be seeing this, to say that we're never perfect, right? We strive for perfection, but we're never perfect, and we're always trying to improve. If you feel like there's nothing to improve upon, you can never get better. So if you're walking around this planet thinking you're perfect, your business is perfect, the service is perfect, you're gonna get hit real hard when somebody comes to you with negative feedback. You're not even gonna know how to handle it, probably. So I try to approach these with humility and to remain humble, to say that um, you know we are always looking to improve, and we know that we're not perfect. Luckily for me, I have some great clients, and I have some clients who have left some fabulous feedback and reviews. So we're going to look at this in kind of three parts. What does the review look like? How do you get reviews? What's your system to get reviews? Okay. And how far can these go? If we scroll past the testimonials, I have a section here on my website. It's basically a review widget. Now, this is pulling the reviews from my Google business page and also my Facebook page, which is essentially the two places where people could leave reviews for me. You can see I have 26 reviews in total, not a tremendous amount, but compared to the totality of different clients that I have had in the short time that this business has been running, that's actually pretty good. Pretty good turnout for the reviews. And they've all been 5-star reviews. So fantastic, lucky me. Um, this system here that I'm using to get reviews is in a software that I'm using for my business and some of my clients. And a piece of this that I'm starting to focus on is, if you hire me to do video production services for you, we do a bang up job. You start getting more clients. You do a bang up job for your clients. They start leaving reviews, or maybe they're not leaving reviews, and you're looking to drum up more business. 5-star reviews or positive reviews, let's say, are a fantastic way to build trust in potential clientele. So if people aren't leaving reviews for you after you've done a great job for them, you have to start asking yourself, what is the system here that we have in place, if any at all, to capture those reviews? You will be surprised to know that most business owners, especially service providers are not good at asking for the reviews. Now that's manageable thing to just ask every time for a review when you are a smaller business. Maybe you don't have 100 customers every single month. Maybe you're only doing a handful of customers every month. That is a very manageable thing to do manually. If at scale, though, that is not a manageable way to do this, right? So I'm starting to put together a product that is more of a, let's say, more of a marketing product, right? The main service that I provide is a video production service, but the other piece of that puzzle is marketing. And that usually comes in the form of marketing the videos that we create. But the other thing that I'm starting to realize is that there is a huge a huge advantage for businesses that I work with if they can capture these positive reviews essentially on autopilot. So I'm working on a product right now on the back end that will essentially automate this process for you. We will take in, let's say you've had 1,000 customers, you have 1,000 customers in your CRM or in your email list. We basically take those from you. We will generate reviews off of the current list that you already have, and then as you're getting new customers, what we'll do is we'll automate a process so that way when a job is finished, we have to figure out the trigger point. But when a job is finished and invoices paid and invoices sent, whatever the trigger might be, where you're confident that they're ready to leave you positive feedback, it will automatically reach out to them, request the feedback either through text message, email, maybe both of those things, have a follow up system just in case they don't leave anything right away, and increase the likelihood that you're going to be able to capture these positive reviews. And if they want to leave negative reviews, there are TOS issues that you're going to run into with Google and maybe some other platforms where you can't gatekeep negative feedback, right? So you can't stop people from leaving the feedback. So you pretty much have to give them the option to leave a public review. But again, back to my first statement, a great opportunity for you to ask them, hey, what went wrong in your eyes? What went wrong? How can we use that information to do better? And a lot of times when you give people that opportunity to leave you feedback directly on what you did wrong, they won't go the extra step, even though it's available, to leave you a negative public review, right? They kind of want to air their grievances and maybe even have an opportunity to get those things resolved. So, good opportunity for them and for you as well. So, I'm realizing that there's a situation here where I can maybe provide this additional service outside of my normal video production services and marketing services that will be a reputation builder, right? Whatever we're going to call it, but basically get reviews for you on autopilot. So now you're getting great reviews for your business. You're providing a fabulous service, hopefully. People want to leave you 5-star reviews on your Google business page, which will increase your search results, right? That will optimize your business page for higher search results. And then maybe even on Facebook, which is going to be another place for a lot of businesses that are people are going to look to say, hey, who else has used this company? Who else has bought this product? What are they saying about it? Hopefully, a lot of people are saying a lot of great things, and it's going to get them to hire you or purchase your product or your service. But now you're getting all these great reviews. What do you do with that? Something that I've been talking about for the last few weeks here has been the client testimonial. It is a 5-star review come to life. Now, I just added 3 new client testimonials here on my homepage. I moved 2 of the other ones over to the non construction tab here, which I can go to and I could show you, just because they were not construction related. And everything here on the homepage, the main focus of my business and my lead generation is in the construction industry. So I want to make sure that everything here, when a ideal client of mine hits the homepage, they see that, hey, we're making hard hitting videos for hardworking companies. We're making professional video for construction companies. Everything, the messaging is very clear. So I wanted the client testimonials as well to be construction focused. So last week I went out, I met with CMG, had a meeting with them, was able to get the VP of Ops to agree to give me a client testimonials. So you could see these right here on the homepage. They're kind of like released now on here, but I will also be, it looks like the middle one is a little bit smaller too, so that's going to bother me. I'm going to have to fix that. I will also be releasing these as content as well. And then also I got two from Burke Home Services, who's been another great client of mine. And these guys have really become friends. And also I look up to them as business owners. They've been in business for 20 years. And just seeing the way they build their culture and they treat their employees and they treat their customers. I met many of their customers, did client testimonials for them. And, something to learn there from these guys. I just split it up into two different testimonials because they kind of talk about different parts of working with my company, and I thought it was a great opportunity to basically produce two separate testimonials for the same company but two different points of view. So that's what we're doing here. Now, I used to preach a lot to potential clients of mine that you should be doing client testimonials, these video testimonials. And then you would go to my website, my old website, and I would have none. Practice what you preach, brother. Practice what you preach. It's like the plumber who's got leaks all over his house, the painter whose, house needs to be painted. I was the video guy who wasn't producing his own videos, essentially. So these are worth their weight in gold. If you are at the point where you have created a good system to capture positive reviews for your business, find a way to plaster those onto your website. I can help you with that if you're interested. Um, Here are some of our trusted partners, very trusted. But then it's time to turn those into client testimonials for sure. So why would you do this? I feel like I've already stated this 1,000 times, and I'm just going to state it again here clearly. When you have a business, a product, a service, if you are a brand, there is nothing more important than your reputation. If I'm going to, if I'm considering hiring your company or purchasing your product, the first thing I am doing is going to the reviews. Show me those 5-star reviews. Show me those 1-star reviews. I want to see them, and I want to see them now. I want to stop sharing this screen. How do I stop? Oh, there we go. I want to see the 5 stars. I want to see the 1 stars. That is most likely going to give me everything that I need to know to make a confident, well informed decision on whether I'm going to hire you or not. I feel like that goes without saying. If this isn't clear to you by now, I don't know how much clearer I could make it. If you have a negative public reputation, I don't know how you continue to do business year after year and not only be successful or maintain the level of business that you're at, but also grow as a business, assuming that's your goal. I don't know how you do it without a public reputation that bolsters trust in who you are and what your business does. How do you do it? Think about those companies that, or those products on Amazon you go to purchase, and you go up there and you see the yellow stars, and there's like 3 stars, 2.5 stars. Think about what has been ingrained in us over our lifetimes to see those 5 gold stars on the reviews. And when there's even a 4 or a 4.5, and it's right next to a 5 star, how many times are you even clicking on that one that's got 4.5 stars? Probably almost 0 times. So in your market, it's not only important that you are providing a service that garners you 5-star reviews back to back to back. That's step one, provide a top-notch service, but also capturing those. Because if you are on a search feed with a competitor of yours in your market, they have 5 stars and you have 4 stars, I can almost guarantee you that they are capturing a vast majority of the market share. The only way that people are clicking on your profile on your business page at that point is if they call that person and they don't answer, which is another problem and another service that I'm working on providing, the missed call text back. Okay. All of these things to automate for business owners. Two of the biggest issues that I see happening all the time, which is somebody reaches out to you and you don't answer the phone. They email you, you don't respond. They message you on Facebook, you don't respond. Even if you have one of those automated message responses on your Facebook Messenger that says, "Thanks for reaching out, and we'll get back to you shortly." And then they never reach back out to you. Think about what that's doing to your reputation. Even if people aren't going the extra step to say, leave a negative public review, they're just never going to use you again. And when it comes time for somebody in their trusted network, their friends, their family, people that they care about, say, "Hey, I need a plumber. Who do you know?" They're most likely going to go to, "Well, I know who you shouldn't call because they never answer their phone. I know who you shouldn't reach out to because they never get back to you. And if they do, it's a week later." Let me tell you another story. And I'm not going to say any names here, but if this person ever sees this, they're going to know exactly who the hell I'm talking about. I reached out to somebody, a service provider. I'm not even going to say what industry they're in because I want to be respectful here. And I reached out to them for something that I needed to know about, information I needed to make an informed decision on whether I was going to use their service or not. I sent them a referral of somebody who needed to use them, was a 5-star referral. They were going to use them. They just needed to be connected with somebody. And that individual never responded. Or when they did decide to respond, it was weeks later. Do you think if I'm reaching out to you to say, "Hey, I need some information on this because I'm thinking that I need to go this route," and you take 2 weeks to respond to me, if at all, and you kind of do it in a half assed way, do you think I'm ever going to use you? Do you think I'm ever going to send anybody to use you? Never. So your reputation is not only living in the public 5-star reviews, but it's also living in the ether. It's in the community. How do you operate and communicate as a business owner? I've had other communications with potential business owners that I was going to work with that were going to hire me to partner with them to produce videos for them, and at different stages in the process disappeared. When it comes time to sign an agreement, make a decision, whatever, just disappear. I have no idea how the hell you operate a successful business if you are not even willing to say, "You know what? On second thought, I think this isn't the route that I want to go for whatever reason." It doesn't matter to me. I'm not losing any sleep over it. I have a service. I think it could bring you value. If you don't agree, you don't think it's the right time, just say that. I'm a big boy, 41 years old. You're not going to hurt my feelings unless you say something about my mustache. Then maybe we'll have some hurt feelings. But I don't understand how some of these people run successful businesses when they can't even communicate with potential clientele or partners. Because here's the deal, those people, and if they see this, they know who they are. Not only will they never get a recommendation from me, they get a negative recommendation from me. And it happens on a regular basis. So let's just say, and I'm pulling this out of my tuchus, you are a stenographer. Because how many stenographers do you know? And you fail to communicate. You fail to say, "Hey, don't want to go this route no more." Or, "Hey, here's why. What do you say to that?" Or, "I saw you reached out to me. You sent some people my way, but I never really responded to them. It's a month later. You think I should? Is it still important to you?" Not only am I not ever going to use you again, I am never ever going to let anybody I trust and I love use you ever. And I, not that I go out of my way, but if it comes up, I go, "Nah, definitely don't want to use them. Here's why." I got somebody who's actually going to communicate with you. So your reputation is everything as a business owner, but the public reputation that ripples out into the world. So what are you doing to help mitigate your public reputation? I'm going to repeat this for one last time, and then we're going to shut this live stream down. Step number 1, provide a valuable product or service. Provide it at a high level. That's step number 1. If you have a shit service or a shit product, I don't know. That's step number 1. So hone your product, craft that skill, and make sure that what you're providing is of actual value. Step number 2, communicate effectively. You could have a fabulous product and service, and your communication is dog water, and that will tank all your possibilities. I don't want to veer off too far here, but even think about products that you purchase that you actually like, and then something happens with it, and you need to get in touch with the company, and you can't even get in touch with anybody. There's no phone number to call them. If there is, it's a robot. You're screaming human, give me a human into the phone, and it's just getting you nowhere. And then eventually it just hangs up on you. Think about what that does to your reputation. I can almost guarantee you that person is leaving you negative feedback. I love the shoes, but their customer service is dog water, and therefore I cannot recommend this product to anybody. So communication goes hand in hand with having a valuable product. And then number 3, what is your system to capture positive reviews? What is your system? If you are a small business, it might be easy to manage by just saying, hey, we just finished putting this roof on your house. Can you scan this or just log into your phone right now? Here's the link. Think you could leave me a Google review, a review on my Facebook page? Here's the link. That's easy to manage when you're a small business. You don't have a lot of clientele. At scale, that's never going to work. If you have thousands of clients in your Rolodex and you plan on getting thousands more, there's no way to do that at scale. So you have to automate a system. What does that system look like to you? And then I would say number 4 that goes hand in hand with that is when you get negative feedback, assuming it's legitimate, critical criticism, and it's a real person, not like a bot or some spam or a bunch of people that don't agree with your political views or just like spamming your your Google page or something like that. I think there's things you could do on the platform to say like, hey, this isn't a legit thing, and then they'll have those removed for you. But assuming it's a real customer that had a bad experience and now they're leaving you a 1-star review because your product was decent but your communication was dog water, what are you doing to learn from that experience? Two parts to that. What are you doing to learn from it and then to provide some sort of resolution for that customer to where maybe even you resolve the issue for them and they update or edit their feedback to go from a 1-star to a 5-star or a 3-star or 4-star? And then what are you doing internally as the business owner, as the decision maker or a shareholder, to learn from that feedback to say, hey, we have now had 5 people say our product is 5-star, our customer service is non-existent. Clearly, we know where we need to focus our energy. We need to build out a customer service that is equal to the level of our product. So what are you doing there to learn from that? So reputation is everything. Trust is everything. I said it this morning in a meeting that I had with a potential client that I'm very excited about partnering with. I think it's a huge opportunity for myself, my company, but also for them. Um, he said it, and then I just said it again, which was, if you don't have trust, you don't have shit. You don't have anything. If you don't have trust in you, in your product, in your person, in your brand, then you don't have anything. You have a website that nobody cares about. You have a product that nobody wants to use because nobody trusts you or it. If you got any value out of this live stream or this clip, if this made it into a clip, leave a comment here, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on LinkedIn and Facebook or wherever you might be seeing this. Is streaming all over the world to nobody. Again, this has essentially been, what are we on? Like week 5 of doing these. You know, we're on like the 5th week of the year. Essentially an exercise in outward thinking. You know, there's nobody in the chat engaging because nobody's really watching these in real time. So that is what it is. That's okay. I think some people are going to get some value out of these, even if they don't see this video for 17,000 years. It will live in perpetuity in my channels. Got a little fuzzball there. If you got any value out of this, please consider leaving a comment and following me and letting me know if there's anything that you want to discuss in the future. I am going to be rolling out the podcast, which is going to be called Welcome Back with Seymour Mack, where I interview another individual. So it's not just me talking into my webcam here. It is me talking into my webcam through a monitor to another person who's talking into their webcam through my monitor, and then hopefully to you, the peoples. I'm going to be doing that virtually. I want to do it in person strictly, but I got to start somewhere. And if I don't do it there, it's just never going to happen. So many other pieces need to happen before I could do the in-person setup that if I don't start doing it virtually, it will never happen. And I just want to have discussions with people. So if you're interested, if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur, if you have an interesting story, I don't care if you're a business owner or not, I would love to talk to you. I'm going to have a way to basically fill out a form and then let me get your information. And then I would reach out to you and say like, yeah, I'd love to talk to you. If you have a book or a product or a business that you want to promote, you'll have an opportunity to do that as well. And again, as I said at the top here, this live stream is being sponsored by the Content Cheat Sheet, where you can get 20 free ideas directly into your inbox. All you have to do is fill out the form. The link is in the chat. Click that form. Hopefully it won't populate with somebody else's information because that's absolutely unacceptable. And fill out your information, put that in there, and you will immediately get 20 free ideas. Cost you nothing. It actually costs me a little bit of money to do it. It will cost you nothing. You put in your industry, what you want ideas for, choose one thing so you don't confuse the AI robots. But yeah, it's an easy way to just get some free, quick ideas straight to your inbox so you can get started on your content journey now. I'm building out a few different follow-up systems to this. Stage 1 being the content cheat sheet, just so we can get connected, maybe start a conversation. You can get the free ideas. Stage 2 will be you want to produce your own content. You're not creative enough to come up with ideas. We'll feed you ideas on a weekly basis for a fee, small fee, but a fee. Stage 3 will be the DIY video course, which I'm building out right now for business owners who want to level up and get all their information on in a consolidated place where they can start producing their own professional level content. A lot of education that's going to be involved in that. How to produce content, where to put the content, why you're producing certain pieces of content, how to run ads, why should I run ads, organic, first page, all of that. That'll be for a one-time small fee. And then finally, the last stage is you're in over your head. You realize this is too much to handle. You don't have the time. You don't want to do it yourself. You want to, work with somebody like me. And then we get you on a monthly routine where we're producing content with you, for you, etc. Those are the 4 stages that I'm thinking of. You can't see it, but I'm going to point my finger this way. Right there, there's a glimpse of a bunch of workflow that I put on a whiteboard over there. It's neither here nor there. So click the link, get your free 20 ideas today, and let me know if you got any value out of this at all. What do you think about reputation? What is your system to capture positive reviews and build your reputation up? All right. Have a good one, guys. See you next week.